This video, let's look to an option exploring how to add an image in a model driven app. So, just to give you a context, this is the model driven app which I have built, which is named as World Airlines Management System, and it basically allows user to add airlines, add aircraft models, destination cities, and other items related to airlines. Now, I have a requirement that I'm in a model driven app with airlines as a table. So if I go inside any of the item, I can see that this has opened the record. Okay. Now this has controls. It has a label. It has a file picker. It has a grid. But what if I want image over here? Now there are options like if I go into other records. So let me go into say one of these record. Now I have already uploaded an image and I can see the brand image, but what if I want image to be added somewhere in between? Okay, say suppose in between this area. So if I want to add image over here, or maybe what I'll do is like I'll create a separate section over here and add a couple of images over here. Now, how do I go ahead and do that? Now, for that, there are a couple of things. First, you need to have an image. Okay. Now, relevant image for airlines would be alliances. So there are various alliances in the world which operates multiple airlines, right? So I have already downloaded a couple of images. So there's One World Alliance, there's a Sky Team, and then there is a Star Alliance. So I've already downloaded the PNG images. Now I'm going to refer to that particular uh, images. Now, first thing what you need to do is like you need to go into the solution. So I'm in the solution over here. So this is like the airline core solution. So let me show you again. So I have this airline core solution, and then within airline core solution I will go into the web resources, and first thing what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a web resource. So new, more, web resource, and I'll choose a file. So let me pick up the file. So dev sample files images, and here I will add one world.png. Okay, now this is, so let me put just one and show it to you how it will look like. So I've added web resource images one world. So if I go over here, I can see this picture. So this is of type PNG format. Now, okay, now in your model driven app, what you need to do is go into the form. So this is the airline form. So what I'll do is like I'll go into the form. So let me go back and let me show you. So this is the app. So I'm editing the app, editing the model driven app, and within that I have airline form. So I'm gonna go and pick up the right form and click on edit, the pencil icon. Now here I see that form. So what I want is I want a section on top of this. So for that, I will go into the component and I'll say one column section. So it will come over here, and this is the one column section. Now here I will say rename it as Alliance, and I can name the internal name as well. But excuse me, it's fine. So I'll just name it as Alliance. Now here, what I need to do, go to the components, and under display, you will see something called as image web resource. So if I click on image web resource and drag this component over here, it will ask me to select. So I have already uploaded my web resource, One World. So I'll just select that One World web resource. And as you see, it will start loading that image over here. So it has uploaded One World uh, web resource. Now I'll click on save and publish, and it will start populating the information in the form itself. So let me just refresh the page. And as you see over here, it has added that image in the model driven app. Now there are something which you can perform with the image. So let me go into the image over here. So Now here we have an option to name the name web resource, hide it, or select a different web resource. Now component width is one column. So if I make this, this is like the one column width value. Okay. Now component height is 6 row. I can reduce the number of rows, and as you see over here, it has reduced the row. So if you want the image to be just for 1 row, 2 row, you can go ahead and use that, or maybe you can just say use all available vertical space. Now let me pick up use all available vertical space. Vertical alignment is middle, so I can either put it as top. So as you see, it will refresh the image and then it will put that image to the top, or you want that image to be horizontally left aligned, so you can make that changes, or you can put that image to the extreme right. So these are the options which are currently available to set the image. Size, you can use the available area, log aspect ratio, original image size, or maybe you can specify your size. So I'll just say specify size, and I'll just put 100 by 100, and then it will put this image as 100 by 100, and then it will show you over here. So let me use the original image size, and this is how you basically use that image. Now what if you want like multiple images over here? Now in order to add multiple images, what we have done, we have just taken one column section over here and we have started adding images, right? Now what we can do, another thing is, again we can add image web resource over here. So let me add an image web resource over here, but then we do not have an image. So first let's go ahead and upload the image. So new, more, web resource, and this time I'm gonna pick another alliance, so sky team. Click on save, and we'll do the same thing for another image as well. So more, other, more web resource, star alliance. Click on save. Now we have three images. Let's go into the model driven app. So this is the model driven app, and we'll select star alliance. So let's see if I get a star alliance. Yes. And we'll add one more image, sky team. So I have got three different images. Okay. Now as you see over here, component width is one column. Okay, and that's why these images are appearing one after the other. Okay, so you can set this for differently for this image, you can set the component width differently for this image. So these all things you can perform. But what if you want all the three image side by side? Now for that, let's pick up, say maybe, let's go over here and say pick up two column section. So I'm just picking two column section, and let's see if we have another option. Yes, I have an option for three column. So let me pick up three column, and then we have three column images over here. Let's see if it allows you to drag this information. Yes, I can drag this. Take the star alliance image, drag it over here, and now take the sky team and drag this here. So now we have this three images side by side. So you can also play around with it. So it's not that it will just display vertically. You can display horizontally as well. So you can have four column as well. And then if you do not want the section, you can just go ahead and delete this. And you can rename the section. Now, just to keep the image consistency, you can play around with the image. So if you want this image to be of component height of say maybe 3 rows or maybe 2 rows. Now, as you see over here, this will not apply. This will only apply to that entire section level. So if you want to individually work on the image, so if I just want this image to be of specific size, I just click on specific size, and it has become 100 by 100. Now this, I will say I want this image to be of specific size, so it will be 100 by 100. And for sky team, I will just say specific size, so 100 by 100. Now sometimes images are of different size. Now as you see, Star Alliance image is not proper. So for that, what you can do is you can alter the course and you say, oh, I just want original image size because it is already in a smaller dimension. So if you do that, yes, that's fine. Now here you have an option to reduce the component height. So I'm just reducing the component height, and now it has gone up. Now here, I'll just say vertical alignment as top, and I can even select a specific size. So if I want this image to be of specific size, I can go ahead and make that changes. Now the whole purpose, which the objective which I'm trying to show you over here is like you may need to perform some sort of an image alignment. Okay, now this is what we are trying to achieve over here. Now you can play around with it, and now as you saw that the image size was initially small, but now we have made it proper, and then all these images are kind of mostly aligned. So if I make this vertical alignment as middle, then one world, Star Lands, and the sky team will all come in one size. Now you can play around further with it, but the whole objective is to just to show you that it is possible. You can do some sort of an image height, width, alignment modification, and then you can place the logo accordingly. Now the purpose for this engagement was to just show different alliance of the airlines, but in your case it can be like either three or four images, or it can be just one image. So you can play around with that image and accordingly set the alignment. So that's it, folks. This is how you basically add images in a model driven app as a standalone web resource. Thanks for watching.